All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Brother the Watt from the G-Men's Detroit camps. All right. First, I want to say our honors and glorious praise is due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem Kagadash. Double honors to Pastor There's a great millstone, piece of Akim that's doing this work on the four corners of the earth. All right. I already did a video on the storm and the flood, but this is gonna be a different one. And this is really the Yahweh Shimon Shah judging these Edomites, okay, with this flood, and it's a bunch of Edomite girls that's missing. So hey, I was like, hey, that's the Lord, hey, doing this thing, but hey, these curses are coming upon these Edomites, regardless where they at. Rather they in the States, rather they overseas somewhere. And these scriptures always come out, bring the truth. So hey, I'm gonna go ahead and it's a good video, and I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
You're watching NBC5 News at 6.
We begin with the frantic search for the 23 young children missing along the Guadalupe River. The flooding happened in the middle of the night in several towns along.
Salakia children, they made it sound like it was a lot of girls or whatever. They said children, girls. Either way, it's still judgment.
The river.
People in Kerrville said the water didn't just rise, it swallowed everything in sight.
When you look out your front door and you see the Guadalupe River running, it'll wake you up, let me tell you.
This came at night when people were asleep in bed. Please pray.
Young girls were evacuated by helicopter from a summer camp near the town of Hunt. In Kerrville, the water was so high, SUVs were seen floating by homes. We know at least 13 people have died in the flooding, but many more are missing.
We have seen video of boats, helicopters, and divers across the Guadalupe River. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick says at least 20 girls are missing from Camp Mystic, and about 500 people are helping bring those girls home. NBC5's Ali Spilliards is in Ingram tonight, where one of the reunification centers has been set up. Ali.
Meredith, we are at Ingram Elementary right now. This is the reunification center specifically for the girls from Camp Mystic and their families. And you can see a lot of those families here gathered on the curb behind me, kind of in a waiting pattern. We've also seen pictures of people inside. And then I can tell you that parking lots and streets all over this small neighborhood are lined with cars that are bumper to bumper with families who have driven in from all over the state, some from North Texas, some from out of state, trying to see their children and get a chance to wrap their arms around their daughters. This evacuation process has been rather slow. We're told that the camp has a capacity to hold 750 people, and the problem is a lot of the roads in this area are impassable, and so they have been airlifting the girls out, evacuating by helicopter. Some have been coming in via bus. We also saw a military vehicle earlier bringing those girls in the back. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick did announce just a few hours ago that more than 20 girls are missing. We know at least 2 are from Dallas, but the full list has not been made public, so it is possible that there are even more from our region. We know this camp and its brother camp, La Junta, are very popular with North Texas families. We actually spoke with a couple of parents from North Texas earlier, a mother whose son is a counselor at La Junta and a father whose daughter is one of these girls at Camp Mystic. Both said their children were accounted for, but they talked about the agony of trying to get information today and waiting to find out when and how they could be reunited with their children.
We heard from them how bad it was and that they were getting evacuated. And we saw pictures of Camp Mystic. Could see them at 3 o'clock in the morning walking through water. It's scary. it's when you send your kids to these camps, you just pray nothing goes wrong, and then you hear of a historical flood that's going on. Your imagination kind of runs away with you, but all you can do is have faith and just hope everything's going to be okay.
Once we're able to get some of those roads clear, when the rain stops, then we have 10 buses ready to go in and pick up the kids, and we'll find a point and announce it at that time where you can be reunited with your child and hug them hard, because they're frightened.
Okay, you can see right now this military truck that I was talking about with who we assume are campers and counselors that came in just a few minutes ago. These are families who are gathering around again, waiting for their moment to be reunited. Back to those missing girls, Patrick did say earlier today that unaccounted for does not yet mean gone. He said there are 9 state teams here with 500 people on the ground. There are helicopters and drones continuing to search. He said they are checking under every rock. They are checking the trees because there were accounts of campers hanging from trees at one point, anywhere where someone could still be holding on and waiting for help. The other big problem here is communication. Cell phone signal has not been strong. Wi-Fi has been down. On top of that, these campers did not have access to cell phones. So there is a hope still that with some of these missing girls that they just don't have the means right now to tell people where they are. We are going to be here on the ground. We'll continue to let you know what we see. Meredith,
Unbelievable.
Brian.
Just the waiting. Allie, will you zoom in, have your photographer zoom in, if you could, to that vehicle as people are arriving. You see
Back here.
Yeah, right there. Have you seen a lot of vehicles arrive? We're assuming these are folks that have been evacuated from right there, the shores of the Guadalupe River, not far from where you are in Ingram, which is down the road from Kerrville. And you just see people kind of arriving with we don't know a lot, right?
Yeah, this is the first one of these vehicles we've seen. We've been driving from DFW all day, so we really just got on the ground, but we did see a lot of helicopters overhead, and then again, we have seen a lot of families coming in. I know a lot of families were waiting to find out what the plan was before they got on the road because they didn't want to add any more chaos to the situation. Again, the roads here are small. Many were still covered by water, and so they were simply waiting to find out where they needed to be and how they could pick up their children. Yeah. But many are here. Again, these reunions are happening, and I'm sure they will continue to happen through the day and probably into tomorrow as well.
Right. And have you been able to talk to people inside Ingram Elementary? I know those are families that are just waiting for any thread of information about loved ones. Are they letting media in? Are you kind of hanging back?
Like I said, we just got here, so we're about to find that out. But from those parents that we spoke with earlier, they've, like you said, it's been every thread of information, and it has been very scattered throughout the day. But I can tell you that all of the parents have been told, if you have not specifically heard from us, your child is accounted for. So I do think there is some confidence and hope here that those who did not get a phone call, that everyone is safe and sound, and they just want to be back together.
Yes. All right, Allie, thank you for your reporting there. Just heart-wrenching watching those people standing around just waiting for information. I know you're going to stay on top of this. Keep us posted. We'll go back to you as needed. Thank you so much.
Some parents about to have their prayers answered right as those kids are rescued there. The water in the community of Comfort, Texas rose fast from 3 feet at 9 a.m. to 32 feet at 10 a.m.
Ooh. Hey, how about Shimmy outside? Hey, he ain't playing, man. Man, let me play that again. Look at this. Look, 32.3 feet. That's extremely high. I need to hear that again.
Answered right as those kids are rescued there. The water in the community of Comfort, Texas rose fast from...
Like I said, hey, it started at Comfort, Texas. Wow. Making them uncomfortable. Wow, this flood started at Comfort, Texas. Wow. To pass out judgment. Wow. Wow, man. That's something else. Hey, hey. Wow.
3 feet at 9 a.m. to 32 feet at 10 a.m. That's 29 feet of water in just 1 hour. Now, to put that in perspective, that is about a foot of water every 2 minutes. This video here from Kerrville puts that into even more perspective. It is a time lapse showing that water rise nearly to the top of this picnic pavilion. The current was so strong, it pulled over a light pole. New video from the NBC station in San Antonio shows one home completely gutted by the water. Another home was completely knocked off its foundation. The reporter says the house is about a quarter mile down the river. These homes are just feet from the river in many cases. The water is still raging, but it has begun to recede.
Headlands right on top of your head.
Oh, Salakia. Salakia for that. But there was a video where that's the brothers out there in Holland. But yeah, those brothers, the brothers doing a good job. But there was a video somewhere. Commercials, but yeah, I want to go back to this. Okay. But yeah, this is what, look, 32 feet, man. 32 feet. There's another piece of footage of the campsite and of the campus, or where they got the campus for the kids, but they had plans for before, I guess, for that whole week. And then when 4th of July came, they would have had a little celebration, that bull crap, but the Lord had plans. The Lord had plans. Like I say, it started in Comfort, Texas. Then the Guadalupe, Texas, and then upper part of Texas. But yeah, hey, this is just Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai doing his thing. But let me go ahead, get a couple of scriptures right quick, So let me get Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord of thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that had hated thee, which persecute thee. Okay, so hey, the Lord's doing this, you know what I'm saying? Just like how we had to get punished for not following the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, they got to pay for, not letting us go. All right, but I want to get another scripture right quick. I can bear with me. Okay, Zechariah chapter 2, verses 8. For thus shall the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory had he set me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that touches you touches the apple of my eye. All right, and so yeah, he that touches you, touch the apple of my eye. And whose apple? All right, Israel. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners that's been scattered throughout the different nations throughout the planet. All right, but yeah, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, hey, he's getting down, he's getting busy, you know? So, hey, but yeah, I just wanted to show this video that, hey, you know, hey, these curses are upon our enemies, all right? So with that, I want to give honor, glory, praise due to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors, Apostle Nell, there's a great millstone, piece of Akin that's doing his work on the folk on this earth. Shalom.